name is Annette Maria. I'm the founder of Sanctuary Publishing, a purpose embodiment guide, as well as an intuitive facilitator of healing. And today I'm so excited to share with you The Women of Caged No More. Caged No More is a multi-author book that has been birthed through Sanctuary Publishing. This multi-author book houses 16 powerful stories of personal transformation and liberation. These women are all beautiful entrepreneurs as well as creatives who are on this world to make massive impact. So it's them sharing their personal stories of personal liberation. Some have made their way through divorce, some have made their way through death and grief, some have really reclaimed who they are meant to be in this life and followed that internal voice and that internal knowing. Whatever their path was, I hope it inspires you on your path. That you know that you do not have to follow the norms and what you are told if they are dimming your light, if they are suffocating you and making you feel like you are stuck in a box. You have the choice to move forward. You have the choice to create your own life that inspires you, that lights you up, that is true to you. So I'm so excited for you to experience this book on July 30th. You can get your hands on an ebook, and then in a few weeks from there, you can experience the paperback. So juicy. And may these women inspire you on your path. And I hope that you join us for a global virtual retreat that will be happening on the week of August 16th. So a little bit about me. I birthed Sanctuary Publishing. So I'm all about, and I firmly believe, that every individual on this earth has the birthright to be wildly expressed in who they are meant to be in this world. Not who they're told to be, but who they deeply yearn to be. And Sanctuary Publishing is a platform to showcase those who have carved their path in their own way, who have listened to that voice to inspire others. And we're all about making impact. So again, all the proceeds of the Caged No More book specifically are going to Operation Underground Railroad. And this is an organization that supports individuals getting freed from sex trafficking and human trafficking. So please, I'm so excited for you to support us so that we can also support others, because that's the purpose here. That is the purpose of Sanctuary Publishing and all the work that I do, so that we can all feel whole and within our light, so that we can walk out in the world and make greater impact, greater change that we are all deeply yearning for. So together we could rise into this new world that we are deeply craving. So I thank you so much for supporting us on this journey, and I'm so excited for you to now meet the women of Caged No More. And if this project inspires you, if this is something that you are pulled into, stay tuned. There are more multi-author books to come that you can join in on. So thank you so much, and let's meet the women of Caged No More.
Hi, so my name is Claire and I live in Melbourne, Australia, and I'm a holistic life and mindset coach and yoga teacher, and I work with women who are looking to break free from automatic living, the hamster wheel lifestyle, and are looking to step more closely to a passionate and purposeful life for themselves.
Hello, so my name is Denise. I'm currently in Toronto. I've been here for a few years, and I'm a social worker by background. I'm an intuitive life coach, a spiritual guide, and just a lover of human beings.
My name is Holly Lowe. I am the Canadian founder of doTERRA and owner of Oil Babies, and I live in Wasaga Beach, Ontario, Canada. And I'm a mama of 3.5 and mama to 7 chickens. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Hey, my name is Jeannie Lynch, and I'm an intuitive energy healer here in Venice, Florida. And I'm so happy to be part of the project of Caged No More. You know, the journey that we've all taken to get here was not an easy journey. And I'm hoping to inspire others who may have had loss in their life or have gone through a terrible transition, that it's just a moment in time when you're there, and it might seem like eternity. So I know that when we're suffering, it can seem like that. I'm hoping to inspire others to realize that you can come out the other side, and you can come out with grace. That's my intention anyway.
So my name is Jennifer Bertoni, and I live about 15 minutes outside of Boston, Massachusetts. And I am a creative. I create all things from art to online courses and pretty much anything that requires empowering women to lead healthy lives.
So I'm Judy from Holistic Modalities, and I am from Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta, Canada. And my main focus is I work with women that are stuck in a belief system or just with fears and limiting beliefs and negative patterns. And I help them to expand that thought system and to be able to get down to the root causes of, where this originates from, and to look at the soul lessons. So I channel messages from their spirit team, and I'm able to locate all of this and to help them release this and then help them move forward and to be able to realize that they are able to create anything they desire in this lifetime.
My name is Lisa, the full name Lisa Evoluer, my artist name. And together with my boyfriend and our dog, I live in Portugal, even though originally I'm German. And what I do, I help especially business women with my experience in personal life and also in business to help them and guide them to live a fully aligned life so they can live in freedom and peace and joy. And I'm infusing here especially cool tools like human design and Kundalini. So Kundalini it's the biggest part. And also what helps them is if they are using these tools and if they finally realize who they are and they embrace fully who they are and everything is aligned, it's where the magic starts to happen. So it's a real big thing for me to help them gain a higher consciousness to then live a life in alignment and freedom, peace, and joy.
My name is Mathilde Anglade, and I'm based in LA, South California. I'm an actress, so I help writers and directors translate their scripts into real life through my acting performances. And I'm also a writer and music performer. And through my creations, I use a lot of shamanic encoding and a lot of my witchcraft practice to help people open their hearts through my creations.
Hi, so my name is Phoebe Leona. I am currently in the beautiful West Virginia. I bounce between here and New York, but I am a transformational guide. I offer somatic practices and expanded awareness practices, specifically my own Movement 109 practice that has been evolving the past several years. And I offer this space for people to dive in more deeply into their own emotional story, recovery story, so that they can transform and own the life that is waiting for them.
Hi, my name is Roxy Sewell. I live in Atlanta, Georgia in the United States, and I'm a divine feminine embodiment coach, priestess, energy practitioner, yoga and meditation teacher, and among many other names.
My name is Sarah Collins. I am an inner child alchemist, an herbalist, and plant witch, and I live in San Diego, California. So what I do is I work one-on-one with individuals looking to heal their inner child. So a lot of these primal core wounds that we carry throughout our life and that continue to manifest themselves in situations, in painful karma that repeats itself over and over again. I help people come back to the root of it all by reconnecting them with authentic self-love.
My name is Stacy Johnston. I currently live in a small ranching community in Texas called Blackwell, Texas. We relocated recently from New Mexico. I run a personal consulting training firm and business firm called Enlighten Up, and I am a co-host of a fabulous podcast.
Reach out to Stacy if you'd like to be a guest. She's always looking.
Hi, my name's Suzanne Wing. I live in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and I'm a spiritual hypnosis practitioner. I practice quantum healing hypnosis technique, introspective hypnosis technique, and soul-empowered hypnosis.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Vanessa Parrado, and I am a homeopath and a healer. And I focus on detoxes of your body, your mind, your life, whatever needs a detox. I am your woman. I'm actually originally from Spain, but I live in Northern Europe.
So my chapter, Uncaged No More, is all about my journey as I started to break free from automatic living and started to move away from cycles of burnout and stress into the life that was really calling me, and the discoveries that I had along the way, and then how I started to bring that into the world through the work that I do with women.
What I focused on when I was writing this chapter was really a personal journey of healing, and I didn't know where it was going to go in the very beginning until I got, right into it and started putting my heart down on paper and my thoughts on paper. And it took me to a really beautiful place because I realized through that process, it was a really healing journey. It was a really soulful process for me that I hadn't done before. So it's very personal, and I know that other women will be able to relate to the feelings of loss, whether it's pregnancy loss or family members or people that you were close to, and the process of trying to grieve and keep your life together and keep up appearances maybe. And it's all about just embracing the message in the mess. That's what we called it. And I think that's really important as we go through life, to realize that there's a lot of messy parts and there's some beautiful lessons and growth and healing.
My beautiful story that I'll be sharing in this book is the loss of my daughter and the transition from, incredible grief to my awakening, and through that journey of my grief, and taking you through those processes. And I share it in a way that's touched my heart, which is the moon.
My chapter includes my own birth story of my second son, and it's really powerful for women who are pregnant, or even women who are transcending through the healing process of past pregnancies. And it's really going to lead a way for women to look at birth and labor in an empowering way, and how you can really change your mindset for it to be a process that you go through that you can look forward to and not fear.
So my chapter in Uncaged No More is about my journey from where I began, and realizing that there was a reason why we attract the same people and situations and energy into our life. So I speak about that, and I go through hoping to inspire, and provide hope for the reader to be able to see a little piece of them in me and my journey, so that they are able to find their voice and find that inspiration, and be able to, dive down and trust their intuition, so that they know that they are able to create anything they want in this lifetime, and that it's their thoughts and their patterns that way that keep them stuck in their perception of what this life is all about to them. So that is kind of a little bit about what's in my chapter.
Yeah, so the chapter, when they dive into the chapter, first I help them to understand who I was before and how I transformed, because so many women, they would really love to transform. And what we have to realize, I think, is that we can't just transform overnight. So I take them from my journey as a retoucher, so photo editor, and how I transformed into more like a spiritual, let's say guide, spiritual entrepreneur. I was hiding completely all my spiritual part as a researcher. And I think that's one of the biggest parts why I felt so unfulfilled. So they can see how you can transform by just embracing who you are. Because for me, it's, if you embrace who you are, the magic starts to happen. And if everything is aligned, it feels way more easy and you have more joy in life. You feel more relaxed. So that's the journey I'm taking them on. And I would really love to support them in a way that they know that if they are they have a spiritual side, for example, or whatever they are hiding, they don't have to hide it behind a mask. They can just be truly who they are.
I think it's full of surprises and it's really a ceremony. I believe my life is a big ceremony, and through the chapter, I take the reader through all the ups and downs and the decision point that I've had to encounter. It starts with me as a teenager, and then we go into my life in the corporate world, how I transitioned into being an artist, and then my dive into healing sexual trauma and opening my voice.
Of course. So writing Cage No More was a beautiful experience for me. As a reader, you can expect a lot. I dive into a lot of my mental health history, a lot of my trauma, a lot of my conditioning, and then you'll see how I start to kind of unravel that. And really it's the journey of my awakening and me tapping into my heart and my soul and living my truth for me. Because sometimes it's easy to get so wrapped up in everything we think we should be doing that we lose sight of ourselves. And that's what happened to me. And I was going down a path I did not love. And I chose to create my own reality and really work on myself. And now I love to share everything I've learned with my clients as well.
So in my chapter, I show a little bit of my own story of how chaos really shaped the outer chaos of my life, really shaped my inner world. And I use this as a comparison of how what we're all kind of going through these days of this specifically this past year, of this outer chaos of the pandemic, and how that really created a sense of instability. And so how through my own story, we all found how I found my way to lean into my intuition, to listen to my own inner voice. And I use this as an invitation to you, the reader, to experience that for yourself, to lean into your own story, to lean into your inner voice and start to trust it again.
My chapter is a love letter to myself. It's the journey of myself walking through this threshold of my first marriage on my wedding day, and then through the heartache of divorce and everything that comes with that, which to me was this experience of death, the totality of death, and the surrendering to that experience, to the emotions, to the grief, and also to the expansiveness that comes through that surrendering. So this rebirthing process. It's the permission to heal outside the patriarchal terms of this linear healing. And so with that, I provide a timeline, which is it's a long one. It's like 8 years, where you can see this ever unfolding labyrinth spiral of my coming home to myself over and over again in order to truly love all of me in my totality.
So what you can expect from my chapter is a journey of a girl who was leading a very, very normal, standard life. And by choosing to say yes to the callings of her heart, exploded onto a path of spiritual awakening and just opening up to this vast world within herself and exploring all of the beauty and pain within, and learning about herself and her magic in a completely new way that led ultimately to trusting herself fearlessly and choosing herself, choosing to be her own leader, her own best guru, and pouring her love out into the world and being brave enough to lean into it.
What I hope that you experience when you read my chapter is a recognition that you have a story to write and a dance to dance that no one else can do. And if we don't find that place for you where you believe in that, then the world never gets to see you shine. So I'm going to take you on a journey through a dancer's class and teach you how to shine.
My chapter is about my journey to becoming the spiritual hypnosis practitioner and everything that was required for me to step out of this very stuck, stagnant life and very bravely and courageously step into the path that I know I was meant for and to serve in the way that I was meant to serve. And I know that people who read this chapter, who have that inkling in the back of their mind, knowing that they're not quite on their path, this might give you some ideas of how to get there, what steps you might need to take in order to break free from all of these ideas that are keeping you trapped and to really connect to your heart and your soul and serve the way that you chose to serve before you actually came into this earth.
So my chapter is very much about what I learned during the journey, more than going into the details of the drama I went through. And I hope that inspires people to look at them from a different perspective.
So I decided to become a part of Caged No More because really the title, the mission of this book project really spoke to my heart, because my understanding and my personal belief is that real true liberation comes from when we break free from the societal conditioning, when we break free from what we thought we had to do, when we break free from things like people pleasing, and we step into our heart space and we live our life from that place, and we create the circumstances in our life from that inner work.
I was so drawn to I think just the atmosphere of the group of writers and I don't know what the right word is, maybe the energy of the people that were involved in the project. As soon as we connected and got to know each other, I was initially drawn to it, definitely by the description I was given, and the focus and the goal of the book was just very appealing to me. It was something different, something I had not done in the past. I had only done very business-like writings and technical type of writing. So the opportunity to share a story that was personal and to bring, hope and some sort of a message with other women who had incredible experiences in life and were able to share those. So that was just a really attractive moment for me to feel like I could do something that was meaningful and really personal.
I'm so excited about this process too. I will share a personal story. When we were warned, when we did this beautiful collaboration, that it would kick up some old stuff because we're telling our stories. And I will let you know that it's exactly what happened. And it was magnificent. It's funny, you think when you're a healer that you're done all your healing until you go back and try to tell your story and have it all be written down. And that beautiful journey back not only did two things, it helped me continue my healing, because I think we're always on that journey of healing, but it also let me witness and recognize just how far I've come. I can't wait to share that story with you.
So I chose to be a part of Caged No More. I think my spirit chose it more than my physical human did. As soon as I heard about it, I was like, I need to be a part of this. I think that women coming together and collaborating on something this amazing is just extraordinary and so important for other women to see how women can come together and share their stories from all over, but yet we connect in this one way that we all just want to help other women and share and help other women heal.
Okay, the reason why I decided to go with Caged No More is the title. That just drew me in immediately because it is who I am. And I wanted to be a part of a collaborative space. And that was my intention that I set for this year. So this aligned perfectly as to where I wanted to see myself and to be able to help others and to be a part of a journey of, other amazing women that are walking the same path.
Yeah, I chose it because Annette asked me if I would like to be a part of it, and I was always looking for writing my own book. But I always felt it would be like, oh my God, this is so much work. When should I do this? I will do it next year, I said, like 2 years ago. Now I actually have the goal to do it next year. And this was a really cool, fun way to start and get the experience of writing my own chapter, how it would be writing a full book. And it was really way more easy, and it felt way more natural and fun and less work than I actually thought. So I really loved the experience, and also getting to know all the other amazing women and the support you get from everyone.
I think Cage No More for me was really a portal to expand my voice. Since I've moved to LA, this place has really been an invitation for me to find more authenticity, to share my voice more, and to step into leadership. I talk a little bit in my chapter about how I use the land as a portal for expansion. And so when I got the opportunity to be in Cage No More, I remember that Annette asked me the question at the end, are you a full yes, or you need more time to think about it? I was like, I'm a full yes. And the feeling I had was this feeling where I was just over the edge, and I was stepping into something that was a little bit edgy, something expensive, something I was a little bit scared about, and I pushed myself over the cliff, and it's been amazing. It's been a wild ceremony.
I chose to be a part of Cage No More because I really wanted to share my story in an organic way. I share a lot on Instagram, little snippets here and there, but even for me, I wanted to honor myself and my growth and see how far I've really come, and of course, inspire people along the way. If people are feeling stuck in a relationship or waking up every day and thinking like, oh my God, this is it, I hope reading Cage No More inspires you to take action towards living your best life and truly follow your heart and your destiny, because I believe that everyone is supposed to live a life that makes them feel so free and so wildly alive.
Okay, so why did I join Cage No More? Well, that is very easy. It was our beautiful co-creator, the one that planted the seeds, Annette, and we connected, I think, through Facebook in another Facebook group, and we were kind of going back and forth in another dialogue, and then she proposed this idea, and I really loved it. I really connected with her as a human being, and then I also connected with her mission of, specifically women breaking out of the societal constraints. And it just lit me up, and I was so excited to share my story and serve others through that.
I chose to be part of Cage No More because I am a firm believer in collective healing, in this idea that we can step into red tents or community centers, and through that action of stepping forward, we hold each other up, witness each other's stories, journeys, and honor the healing that happens both within ourselves and as a collective. There's a phrase, when one woman heals, she heals the women who came before her and all the women who come after her. And I feel this to be true in my bones for both women and men, and to be part of something that was the living embodiment of that belief, which is this book, and the permission that it's going to be giving every single reader. I had to be part of it.
I chose to be a part of Cage No More, not because of any logical reason, like someone would say, oh, it's because of this or it's because of this, but really what it came down to was I received a message from Annette, and immediately I heard yes. My heart lit up and I heard yes. And I have just learned, if anything, throughout my journey, that you say yes to yourself and the universe just opens wide up in your favor. There's an outpouring of support and yeses, and also just how healing it is to your heart when you choose to say yes to yourself, just simply because you want something. So that's why I initially chose to be a part of Cage No More, is because my soul knew I wanted to be here.
My experience has been phenomenal. I've gotten the opportunity to just network and connect with and have conversation with these beautiful souls from all over the world. So that part has been such an enriching experience for me. And I chose to do the book because I think there's a lot of people that don't believe in their magic. They don't believe that they have a song to sing in this mission on earth and this thing that they're supposed to do. And so we spend all of our time looking for light and searching for light, and get disillusioned when the people around us turn it off and not ever recognizing that the light you need is inside of you. And so I wanted a chance to put that out there and help people recognize, you got the light, girl, just turn it on.
I chose to be a part of this multi-authored book project because, as you know, if you are on your spiritual journey, there's a lot of your journey that needs to be done on your own, and a lot of it needs to be done in solitude. And this is a step that will help you support others while they're on their path and their journey and connecting to what they know to be true. And it comes with a great team of women that are going to support you on your way.
I chose to be part of Caged No More for many reasons, but the main reason probably was because I really needed a community of uplifters and around me, and people who actually live by what they preach. And I actually really needed to take a step forward in my life and in my career. I've been a hider, and now it was time for me to really take the space and get out there. So I was way out of my comfort zone, and this is why I'm doing this.
My message is actually more of a quote, and it's a Maya Angelou quote that says, "Nothing can dim the light that shines from within."
So to feel like we have to have a finished product is not really an achievable goal, but to understand that there is such incredible power behind our experiences that if we let it, it will, it'll actually bring us up and lift us through the next part of our journeys, or we can sit in it, and kind of wallow and not move forward. So finding that inspiration from these stories and finding the ability to see the beauty or the message in the mess or whatever that is for you, and being able to take that next step forward, even if you can't see where that's going. I think it's a very powerful opportunity to learn from other people and to be encouraged.
My inspirational message today is actually sharing one of my favorite Buddhist practices, which is called the love and kindness practice. You read these 4 next lines out to a stranger, out to an acquaintance, to your loved one, and maybe even someone you're in conflict with. And it truly does spread love and kindness out to the world. So read this with me. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. And may you be loved. Thank you.
I think one thing that would be is that everything is happening best case scenario. A good friend of mine shared that mantra with me at a sister circle, and that has stuck with me through every hard thing I've ever gone through in the past couple of years. And it just really goes to show that everything is working together for good. No matter if it's a bad situation or a good situation, it's all working together for you in the end.
Know your worth. Know that you matter. And just know that, the way you perceive things and your thoughts are what keeps you stuck in this lifetime, and that you can break free from that, and that you can become anything you wish in this lifetime. So that is the main thing, is that there's no limits. There's no right or wrong way of doing things. There's no boundaries. It's just exploration and expansion of where you see yourself going and who you see yourself becoming.
Follow your intuition. So not your head voice, but really try following your intuition.
My loving message is that you got this. You got this. You got this.
Yeah, I mean, anything is possible. Whatever someone tells you isn't, it is. And you are in control of your reality and what you create for yourself. So keep going and keep following your heart, and know that sometimes the darkest moments lead actually to the brightest awakenings and paths. So that's what I've learned through all my experiences. And I just know that it is possible to feel free and to feel alive.
My inspirational message is a mantra that I tend to lean into a lot the past several years is simply awareness is the transformation. And I hope that my story is that for the reader, is that the more that you can turn the light on to the awareness of what your body is telling you, when you are in situations that don't feel maybe comfortable, or you're moving into a place of disease, that you can really lean into the awareness and listen to the messages, listen to your own intuition, trust it again, make friends with it again, and then trust that that is simply the transformation, is becoming aware.
You're not alone. Wherever you are in your journey, whether that's through the depth of your experience, or whether you are in a rebirthing process or in a contemplation, whatever season you're in, whatever that looks like for you, you're not alone, and you don't have to heal alone. And the deepest parts of your story, the parts that perhaps can't even be expressed through words, they are holy, they are seen, and they are worthy to be witnessed. And you're worthy to walk through it all.
I would say my message to whoever's listening to this is that your soul knows. Your soul knows the way. Trust yourself, trust your inner guidance, and leap when it lights your heart up, when you can feel joy moving in your bones. Let go of the rest. Let go of any conditioning or old beliefs or programming that tells you why not or why it's not possible. Let it go and say yes. Take the leap. You will be so held, and the boundless joy and freedom on the other side is worth any moments of fear or discomfort, because it's just so worth it. It's just so worth it.
My inspirational message is always dance your dance. Sing your song and believe in the journey that you're on. Because every single thing you know, every moment up until this one, has been for the next one. And you have survived 100% of your worst days so far. So you are stronger and more resilient and perfect by design. Never forget that.
If you're willing to let go and surrender to something more powerful than you, there is so much support for you. And there are so many paths to reconnect to that spark that is you. And all you have to do is connect and ask.
I think my message of inspiration is that, we are all born with what we need to make it in this life, to fulfill our purpose and to take our space and do the thing that we are supposed to do. And it would be really important for us to recognize those gifts and those things that we have brought into the world, and see that, we don't need to make ourselves wrong. We just need to find the place where to use those gifts.
Hey guys, I just want you to know it's been an absolute pleasure staring at your beautiful faces and sharing your beautiful messages. So please do me a favor in return. Hit the subscribe button. Namaste.